Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you very much for joining me for today's tutorial. So today we're going to be putting together the Smart Hobo bag set. Here it is. This is brand new from Simply Made Crafts and I absolutely love this one. I had so much fun designing this one. We have the signature darts from some of my other bags which I really enjoy putting into my projects. So this gives this bag a lovely big shape here and loads of area and contents that you can pop in there. And this one was made by Victoria. She's popped on some lovely flowers here. She's got the word beautiful. I think that's from my Bee Garden collection, and she has also cut out another set of dies of pattern paper here to cover the base of her bag, which is green, and then she's just quickly added on another one as well just to map that. So I think these are beautiful. So let's pop those aside and let's have a quick look at what I have cut out to get you started. So here is the die set, and I have used the brand new fabric paper. I've got the gold finish here, but it also comes in silver as well. What I've done is I have popped this in a sink of warm water, scrunched it up and let it air dry. And I have all of my pieces cut out already. So what I'm showing you here is exactly the same as what you need to be doing if you're using ordinary cardstock. Now this does die cut lovely, and I've done 3 of these ones and 2 of these ones here, and then 1 handle. That's all you need to do. Now because this is really thick, I just want to go over the score lines. They're straight score lines. Again, you won't need to do this with ordinary cardstock, but I would recommend it if you're using the fabric paper. Okay, I can use this bone folder. It does actually come with a bone folder as well, and I will link all of the products down below. Easier just to turn this around and just do that. I'm not going to score these. These lines here are literally just for guidance. Okay, that's all the scoring we need to do. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we have these darts here. I'm hoping you can see it's very reflective and shiny. So just fold those gently back. You don't need to go in with your bone folder, just gently pop those back. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some glue here. I'm going to be using Cosmic Shimmer today. This is going to take a little bit of extra time to dry, so you might just want to hold it there or add a little clip if you have one, but any clips might leave a few marks on there. So use hot glue if you want to, but I find that Cosmic Shimmer will even outlast the hot glue. So you need to be doing these darts before we add the base. So I've added it just here, just to give that a chance to dry off slightly and get tacky, and then I'm going to hold that there. Now this will dry a lot faster if you just use ordinary cardstock, and it's not going to be shiny or anything like that. Okay, I've just got my clips out. I'm going to take the risk. We'll see if they leave marks. It shouldn't be too bad because this is already re-creased anyway, so it should be okay. And I'm just pressing these down. This one's already dried, and if this is reminding you of something, this is reminding me of something a lot actually. A baby's bib. You know the ones that have a bit that curl out this way as well to catch the crumbs and falling food? This so reminds me of that. So if you want to make a newborn baby gift or a birthday gift for a baby, first birthday or something like that, this is going to be absolutely fantastic for that. Okay, so whilst those are drying, we're going to prep these now. So I am going to be using some red tape here, so I think this one will be just right, which it is. I'll give you a measurement for that because I do get questions. I'm going to give it to you in millimeters. This is 6 millimeters wide. I'm only going to give you in millimeters because that is the measurement it's sold in, so it's easier to find. But if you're curious, that is a quarter of an inch. Okay, so let's prep these now. So all you need to do is just pop your red tape along these, I call them teeth, I guess, tabs. So do this for all of them, and then when I add this to the bag, I'm going to add a little bit of glue as well, because it's quite a shiny surface and I don't really want the bag to start to fall apart. If I put something heavy in there or bulky or something like that, the last thing you want is when you arrive to your recipient's place and it's yeah, you don't want it to be falling apart at that point. Okay, so when all of these 3 strips are joined together, which we'll be doing just now, this will be slightly too long, so you'll have some overhang here. This is because every time that I've put this together, I have had a different amount left over, because it's going to be different every time, very so slightly. So it's best to have a little bit of extra that comes up, and then you can trim that to the right length. Otherwise, if I'd have made that the exact same length, you may just come up a little bit short if you kind of go funny around this area or around the corners and things like that. I know I have a little bit of extra bit there where I have no extra bit there, so it's always best just to have that little bit extra that you can just trim off. So let's pop these together now. So I'm just going to use the same tape again, but this time I'm going to be adding some glue when I join them. Okay, so whilst that is drying, I will go through some of the papers that we have used for this. We also have the Special Day paper pack. This is going to be perfect for making some lovely feminine handbags, but if you want to go down the masculine route, we have fabric paper in just the craft finish, and I will leave that linked down below. But really personalize this to whoever you are making this for, and they will love you forever. They really will. Okay, I think that is pretty much set now. So what we're going to do is just fold these over, just get that started, and then we'll go back over with a bone folder as well. It's quite important to have these nice crisp lines, and it is a lot easier to do once you've already got your red tape on. Now if you're using cardstock for this, I would still recommend you use red tape for this, because it is quite fiddly, and this is one of those times where you want that instant stick. You kind of want it to go there, you don't want to be holding it for quite some time. Those are my least favourite projects, where you're having to hold things together while you wait for things to dry. Okay, so these should all be dry now. Take these off. Okay, so we're going to start off with one end. So let's take off the backing for one whole side, so take those off, or you can just do one long line after you've joined them together. And this is really quite easy now, so try not to stick it to yourself. And then we literally just do this. Now I forgot to add the glue, so let's do that. Just one thin long line. There we go. And if you get any coming out of the edge there, you can just wipe that off. Okay, so this is why it's important to do your darts first, because it all needs to be all complete before we try and bend this around that corner. It will create a new corner here when they're joined together, so it will be a different shape. And that's how you go around that corner. Just take your time. And I'm glad I'm filming this, because this is the most nerve-wracking piece of demonstration when you're doing it live, so I'm glad I'm not doing this live right now, but my time will come when I will have to do this live, so I'll definitely be using the red tape for this. There we go, and now we have this slightly little bit of excess here. We're going to leave that because we're going to do the other side now. There we go, there is half our bag done. Almost there. Do our next one now, so take off all your tabs. And again, don't forget to add glue. Okay, I'm going to start at the same side that we started on this side and just go around the other side, line everything up. Okay, I'm not going to edit any of this out because I want you to see this step by step. And then you can pop your hand inside here. I've given you a really good curve there to get your hand in and to also put gifts in as well. So I didn't really want a small gap that would have made this very difficult to put together. Okay, so the first side is a lot easier to put on. The second side is a little bit more fiddly, but because I've added my wet glue, it's given me a little bit more maneuverability to get the tabs in the right place. As you can see, it wants to just attach itself now and close up, but because I've got the glue, I can still just about move stuff. Got to work quickly now because this glue is going to start setting very soon. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to go in now with my hand and just press down on all of those tabs just to make sure that everything is in the right place, and press down. And there we have our bag. It's coming on really nicely now. We have two sides, and all we have to do now is just grab our scissors. And we have this excess across the top here now. See, as you can see, this side has gone slightly different to that side. This side here is higher than that one. So I am just going to do my best here just to trim across. I've done that straight. And then I just want to shape this just to hide the fact that one side is slightly lower, but this is just how I guess in computer terms it would be user error, but you can't get this perfect every time, and if you do, I would love to see it. So I think I managed to get it perfect on one of them. Yeah, on this one I managed to get it really well put together on that one, but I know on some of my test samples it was a bit of a funny one. Okay, so I'm just taking my bone folder here, just curving the handle, and I'm going to add, there's a score line here on either side, so I'm going to add my glue to below the score lines. Again, you can use a little bit of double-sided tape, and then that gets attached just here. Use your score line as a guide for getting it straight and for the amount you have to pop onto the bag. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to leave that handle now to dry properly before I try and pick anything up. So as you can see, there's a really good gap here for you to pop your hand in and pop your treats in. We've used some lovely plastic there. This is plastic, and this one is paper shreds, and this one is a glittery plastic shred as well. I reuse these. I never throw this away. I always reuse my shredding. Whenever I get some, it goes into a little little baggie, and it actually squashes down, and you can squeeze the air out as well, and you can keep them. So always keep your shredding. Okay, so this is the Smart Hobo bag made with the metallic fabric paper in gold. I absolutely love how this one has turned out. Aren't they so different? Aren't they so different? Okay, so let me know what kind of style hobo bag you would like to make in the comments below. So everything that I've used today is also listed in the description box. Give me a thumbs up if you like this one, and I'll see you again soon.